So, folks, after a horrible day Monday without a single winner, the ground was dead. Um, Ted Walsh was talking to jockeys, said before the meeting, and although it was classed as soft, it was dead soft. Um, so basically, the chances of us getting winners when I was say predicting the ground to be, I suppose, a little bit of a give in it was going to be very, very tough. Got a little bit of stick online, got a bit of a challenge as well. But today we turned that farm right around. And I'm pleased to say the Peaky blogger is back on track. National Hunt card now tomorrow. We are in flying form. Three winners today. One of those non-runners we substituted out for the Flying Scotsman who won Monday as well. Putting a very, very good performance. 3 seconds. Njord was very, very unlucky at 11-1. That was the nap of the day. Really and truly should have been a dead heat, but we'll say no more about it. We still picked up some nice each way money at 11-1. Balderio 25-1 came in fourth. They're paying, I think, 4 or 5 places for that race. So look, we picked up some bit of prize money anyway. It paid out as good as, I think it was a 4 or 5-1 winner. So look, we won't complain with that anyway. We made the bookies our bank today anyway, and safe to say that we made up for any losses we got on Monday anyway. But may as well kick it on now for tomorrow. National Hunt card again now tomorrow. Obviously, all of you that know, National Hunt is my forte. I study it like the back of my hand. Hopefully, by saying that, it won't come back to bite me, but I'm pretty confident. I have some nice prices here. Looks to be straightforward if there ever is such thing. But yeah, we may as well kick on. First race of the day, 4:45. We're going with the very man at 13-8. He's become very, very progressive of late. Three wins on the bounce. One of those was in Down Royal. I keep getting Down Royal and Down Patrick mixed up for some reason. But the win was in Down Royal. Very, very similar to Galway. Stiff uphill climb up to the finish and very tight track. Should suit this horse down to the ground. It's as versatile as you get. The horse can win on any sort of ground between good to soft. And I think the Mullins horse, Getaway Gorgeous. I know there's a few people I know that are in the particular syndicate that own the horse, and I obviously wish them the very best of luck. But I think really and truly the ground would have to be very, very heavy for that horse to win there today. And it just seems to be a little bit frustrating, if without being frustrating, if that makes any sense. It just seems to do everything it can not to win. But the very man is the complete opposite. Very, very honest. And the very man could be the very one to be on now tomorrow. Moving on then to the 5:15, we're going with Barrington Court at 8-1. I've really liked how this mare has progressed over the past year, and like since the season began. It's won 2 of his last 3 starts. Obviously, it's more of a soft ground anyway, sort of a horse, and with the rain that's promised, I think it's 60% chance of rain. Promised from late tonight on throughout tomorrow. So that's a good sign for this mare. I think 8-1 is a complete insult, if that makes any sense. She's definitely, without doubt, one of the classier mares in the race. Obviously, if the ground was going to be good, I'd be supporting my boy's stablemate, Effernock Fizz, for Katie Brown. But really and truly, for that mare to win, she would have to have the ground like absolute concrete. I think the chances of that are going to be very, very slim. But as usual, I'm going to wish her the very best of luck. And all the people in Katie Brown's yard. Hopefully I think she's running in the whether she gets to run in the Galway hurdle or not, but she's entered in for it anyway. Um, if she can get her run and the ground dries up a little bit, with the help of God, she might run on into a bit of black type. Um, Moving on then to the 6:15, we're going with another 8-1 shot here, Bold Enough. Really like the look of his run there in Tipperary there earlier on this month. As you all know, it was the race that ultimately caught Emmett Mullins out. Unfairly, in my personal opinion, might I add. But this horse really loves to go hell for leather from the front. I think, is it Pilbara she's meeting in this one? Yeah, Pilbara is in this one. Um, Pilbara is a very nice hold-up horse. Um, but really and truly, if Pilbara was to go and win the race tomorrow, he can't let this horse go too far ahead in front. Um, Bold Enough is very, very quick and very economical over its jumps, and I reckon it's going to go from the front, and with the help of God, he he mightn't see a rival for the whole campaign, but I think definitely 8-1. It's well worth a shout at each way. I don't know what sort of place money they're paying out for that race, but I don't think there's a hell of a lot of runners in that race, so you might only get 3 places. But if you can get the 4, very much so, each way money is the one to be on. But definitely worth an each way bet. Otherwise, I definitely think it's going to be in the front 3. Moving on then to the feature race of the day, and as usual, I'm going to put my nap on the line here. We're going with Snugsborough Benny at 16-1. I absolutely love the ground this horse walks on. Third in this race last year. The year beforehand was the winner of the Galway Blazers. It's £2 up on the Galway plate third, but I personally believe like it should have finished off better than third. It was there and thereabouts all the way going up to the line, but got hampered along the way by a loose horse in front of it, and just sort of met a little bit of trouble with that. But definitely, I think Liam Cusack and the Lucknans, they're aiming for this race, and I think without a shout, 16-1 is well worth an each way bet on this one. Um, Last year's Galway Plate, it had the likes of Ravenhill, who won very impressively in the Cheltenham Festival this year. Peregrine Run, another one of my favourites. But really and truly, I think Snugsborough Benny is way, way overpriced and definitely worth an each way shout. Um, I think if you can find a bookmakers that can pay 5 places, there's no doubt about it. Like he's definitely worth an each way. Like, um, one of the most underrated staying chasers in Ireland at the minute. Fourth in the Irish Grand National behind Borough Saint. If you can remember that race, he stayed on absolutely brilliantly, going up in the straight. I was there that day myself, but he's just so honest and he gives everything his all. Um, 16-1 is totally madness for that horse. Um, but look at with the help of God, and I wish both Liam Cusack, Dennis O'Regan, and the Lucknan family the very best of luck tomorrow. I hope he'll be able to run his race and hope that he'll get home safe and sound. Anyway, that's the main thing. Um, but we may as well kick on then and go for the 7:15. We're going to go with Camino at 8-1. Again, very much overpriced horse here. Um, the horse is very, very versatile in terms of ground. It's won in ground between heavy to good. So any sort of rain that comes will, I suppose, it won't be a hindrance to him. Compared to others, an awful lot of these horses will like the good ground, but really doesn't matter. I personally think for Camino today. Um, Obviously, who was the danger in that one? I think. Um, I think Millie in the Middle is it? No, Millie in the Middle might be the next race. I'm trying to think now. I can't see. I don't actually have a danger in that race, but look we'll put it down as our next best bet of the day. 8-1, definitely worth an each way shout. Um, I can see it really be thereabouts, if not going on and win it. Paul Nolan um, really put him in a really good shoe in the hurdles race in Roscommon there earlier on this year. Um, and it just shows that the horse is fit and flying and ready to go, say for its chasing bow this year. Moving on then to the 7:45, we're going to go with more info at 4-1. Obviously Willie Mullins has a very good reputation for producing winning bumper horses. He has a mare in this one. She wears it well. 5-4 favourite. Yeah, look, she's bred well, and she's in top hands with Patrick Mullins. But the only thing that's worrying me is that she could have plenty more better opportunities than this one. James Fenton, who was on the Peaky podcast there earlier on in the week, or earlier on in the I suppose the season, talking about the clubs and talking about this club, and definitely like he's one that's one of the best ones for, say, racehorse ownership. Great friend of mine. We've been great friends since I started this up, and sure, look at as usual, I'm going to wish him the very best of luck. But I'm hoping the experienced mare in the race, more info, will show her worth there today. Like, Galway is a very very track to win on, and the trick is to have a good experienced horse that knows what they're doing and that knows like what way they're racing. Will she wears it well have that? It's really hard to know. It's really hard to know what way she'll, I suppose, handle the track and handle the conditions as well. Like, especially with the rain promised. Um, Look at more info 4-1. It's better. It's better odds. Say from a punter's perspective, to than 5-4 for something that we don't necessarily know anything about. But I want to wish James and the Mullins team the very best of luck tomorrow as well with the horse. 8:15. The Mullins crew won't like me now tomorrow because I'm going against them again. But we're going to go Mahon's Glory at 5-2. Again, inexperienced horse, no runs under his belt. Even money favourite. It's not really screaming any bells at me at the minute. Obviously, he's got brilliant breeding. It's, if I can remember correctly, it's either a half sister or a full sister or full brother, or full sister or half brother to Lagos to Vegas. The Mullins superstar, both over hurdles and on the flat. Um, if it has that quality of that close relation, it should be a very special type. But like I said, the conditions might play against it, and I definitely think Mahon's Glory, that very good second at Bellewstown, I think it was, like, that'll play into his hands, and that'll, I suppose, play a massive factor as well. That little bit of experience might just come to fruition, and hopefully with the help of God he might be able to go one better again there today. Gordon Elliott's horse was well supported that day, and he finished way down the field. He never looked like he was going well at all, and of course I think he's the third favourite in this one. And look, it's going to be very hard to tell really what way that horse will progress as well at the same time. But definitely Mahon's Glory at 5-2. I think it's worth getting on, considering if normal progression is about the there's no reason why you shouldn't win this race. But I've been the Peaky Blogger. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow the Facebook page. I've left the link in the first video. I might if I remember to do it again. Leave it in the description below. But like I said, the page names are all in the profile picture above. So if you're not already on, make sure to get on board. And look, I want to wish you all the very best of luck tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be back here again with plenty more winners again. Thanks very much.